and sharing the information from the global safety performance. Then after that, we will go to review and go through with our safety KPI. And then after that, the the IT team will present some information related to the cyber security. And with the monthly internal topic, we will discuss the 5 cases of the incident and workplace hazard which happened in the March and beginning of the April. And the last session we will cover with the ESS recognition. So going to with the global safety performance, we have the LTI rating, and the chain here shows that the AS people have some intention to going up. So the reason is that we have some more LTI case happen with the AS people. In last month we have only 1 case happened in the Brazil, and this month we have 2 cases. No, this month it means that February, because the global statistic is a little bit behind of the month, so they just update the information up to the February 28th. So we have 2 cases in Brazil. For that reason, this trend is going up. And for operational contractor and construction contractor is continue going down and keep the equal. So with some injury related to the significant injury and potential SIP, we have a total 9 cases of the SIP. 1 is the LTI, 3 is the recoverable, and 5 is the first aid case. The LTI case happened in February 16th in southern Redondo Beach. And if you compare with some statistics for the last year and last 2 years, you can see our quantity of the injury significant case more than last year and more than 2016. With some injury related to the near miss, potential injury related to the near miss and workplace hazard, SIP case, we have some briefing for this. And the statistics shows that we reach the rating of the 1.8 in comparison with our target is 0.459. So we higher than our target is 136%. In among of that, we have 66 case SIP near miss reporting, and 33 workplace hazard SIP case has been reported. And in here it gives us the statistics in separated of the SBU, and for the SIP case of the SBU business. That's some briefing information we want to say you from the global safety performance. Now I will go with some our BCM Monzon safety KPI performance. As you know, from beginning of the year, we already set 17 KPI and objective and target for this year. So with this 17, we have some in this month we don't have some red traffic light. Last month we have some, but this month we only have some yellow. One is here related to the safety work activity observation, and this KPI need to be involved from the person who conduct the safety inspection. We set the target that each person will take 2 inspections per month, and at least raise one of the work activity observation. But at the moment we a little bit behind with the targeted. It means I mean that in the monthly targeted. The target is 67, and we just achieved 62. So I want to encourage all the person who conduct the safety inspection pay more attention and focusing on more on the work activity observation, because some activity is going on with very high potential to result of the incident. The second thing is monthly leadership quality review and safety work. We also have a zero color on it. Just 13 per 50. And monthly leadership participate in GSA preparation with 44 in comparison with the target is 48. The rest thing we do very good. For example, the reporting rate, we much more higher than our targeted, and training man hour and the other monthly safety meeting, 99%. So going into the detail, you can see here's a proactive safety program. As mentioned above, we have a work activity observation a little bit behind the target, but the red thing is quite good. With the safety work, safety inspection, we have workplace hazards. Up to now, here's a year to date, we have more than 450, and positive observation we also have very close to the 100s. So during the safety inspection or during the safety work, it's should to be pay more attention, not only for some observation. I mean, we need to look at some positive observation and sharing the information. By that way, we can encourage the safety culture here in AETC and Bongsun. And for more detail with the safety work, the safety inspection and safety observation, in this month we have 210 observation has been raised, but remaining 45 is already closed. Every week, time from our team sharing you the information about this safety observation checking, and she already divided by the team responsibility. So let's pay more attention on that to close the observation on time and with high quality. Total 36 safety work, 52 safety inspection has been conducted in March 2018.
Mr. Comment regarding this.
Yes.
This safety work, the leadership is 32, but the JESA inspection is 48.
Can you say again?
The previous. The safety work is 32 leadership. Go back.
The table, right?
This one, the JESA inspection we put 48 monthly leadership. That means each leader 3 of is 48. When there is safety work only.
We divide the monthly target is 48.
The inspection, JESA, the participation, we are targeted 48.
Yes.
But the leadership safety work is only 32. Our target.
I didn't get the mind.
I don't get it, your point.
The JESA, the preparation, participation, leadership,
Yes.
you targeted 48.
Yes.
Okay. But the safety work only target 32.
Yeah.
This is more, 16 is more than the safety work.
Yeah.
That
This means
Safety work is 96.
go for the leadership. I am telling the leadership. JESA participation in the leadership. We targeted 48.
48.
How much is the safety work for leadership?
Safety,
Target.
Safety,
Safety work.
safety work
32 only.
per month. But
Yeah.
this is per month. This is year to date. This is month to date. This is why.
No, the 48 target.
Yes, it's from January to
What?
March. It's month to date.
It's a month to date. It means that from January up to
It's an annual it's an annual target.
48 is annual target.
No, 192.
192. But the rest, the next column, the orange one is month to date. That means from January, the total from January to March. And
Monthly how much?
and 32 safety
No,
work that
what
you
is the-
mentioned is
I
monthly.
am asking, there is 32 only.
Yes.
The safety work only 32, but the JSA preparation is 48.
No, but this 32 is the target for. Can you go to the 32? Let me see something.
this one or
Yes, That's right.
this one?
Yeah.
Safety what?
And yeah, but this is only a monthly target.
This is from the 1st of March to the 31st of March.
How much is the JSA per month? How much the target?
It's
The 48 is a month to date. It means that from January to
yes.
No. How much is the safety work?
No, you can divide from this one.
Of March to the end of the month.
It's 16 only.
16 only.
Year to date is
16 only.
16 only.
Yes.
16. So
50% of the state work time of the reputation.
here's the total amount from January to March. And from 1st of March to the 21st of March is the audit.
It's 16 only. We are
only
16.
16.
Still we are not complete.
Even though the big catch up that we did during the cabin meeting with the high risk activity, we still below the target.
Yeah. Okay, going on with some reactive safety statistics. This month we don't have we have no LTI incident, no recordable case, and we have a total 6 near miss case. We have some near miss case related to the nut falling, to the hand wheel valve falling, and some case related to the person exposed with the hot water from HDCC area. That is some case, and 4 of that is the SIP. And we already have a report of it, and during the monthly safety topic, we will send you some information in the next topic with some incident and workplace discussion. For the stop work authority statistic, you can see here's a list of the person who apply the stop work authority, and we already statistic with the 8 parts. EAD team and local employee, but I suggest that next month we will put some contractor in this statistic, because we are trying to encourage the person from the contractor raise a hand and stop the work due to the unsafe condition or unsafe behavior. So it's better if we put some statistic here related to the contractor.
The issue we never received any, except for security. Sometimes the report is some stop authority. So I believe that all the team, for operation or all the maintenance, when they have the contractor apply some stop work, ask them to report or just write emails. They will have a record on that. And it's also help for identify or assessment for the team of the year. To be help for them.
And sharing more information about the environmental protection activity. Last month in March, we have conducted some environmental communication and consultation to the public in Cộng Hòa, Cẩm Hải, and Mông Dương, Cam Nhieu to share our environmental protection activity. And we still continue facing with some difficulty related to the continuous emission monitoring system, because now the government, Quảng Ninh, Don Ra, they keep very close and strictly to monitoring this parameter. So anytime we have something happen here, they will see the value over there. Even at the moment, we work with them for some QA and QC of the data, but they report everything. They report any exiting time. So it's better if we can properly communicate with them in case we exiting. even that's a PM job, even that is some analyzer malfunction, or even that is some startup and shutdown status and condition of the boiler. So we share them all the information. For that, we can believe that we are 100% following with the regulation. Another activity still keep going on, and this table is showing about the continuous emission monitoring system, and here's some CO2 emission and CO2 rating during the March of the 2018. That is some information I want to say about the safety KPI during this month. Do you have any questions?
Why is unit 1 no have a CO2?
CO2?
Yeah, unit
No,
1 CMS. No. Up.
Unit 1.
No, it's a mistake. This data should be here. This should be here and this should be here. Our observation.
Good observation.
Okay, so the following topic will related to the cyber security, and I would like to invite to Mr. Thanh from engineering team to cover this section.
Hello. So everyone should be see the video to watch a video about the.
Hello.
Cybercriminals want to gain access to your company's information and network through you. Email and mobile text messages are the simplest and most popular ways they try to do this. These methods are known as spear phishing, and smishing. Spear phishing is an email sent to a specific, targeted individual in an organization. This is usually someone a cybercriminals have researched and know will have access to a greater amount of information. The bad guy's objectives is to get the user to click on a link that will install malware on their computer. Phishing is a method by which the bad guy sends vast numbers of unsolicited emails to users purporting to be from a reputable organization, such as a bank, an online shopping site, or perhaps even the user's employer. They often ask them to click on the link to update information, including security details, like passwords, or personal information like their date of birth or mother's maiden name. Finally, smishing. Smishing uses mobile phones. This method uses text messages. For example, the user will receive a text saying that they've been chosen by their mobile carrier to win a prize. The message asks them to click on a link, again looking for personal information and possibly a small payment to cover the cost of delivery of the prize. There it is, another phishing email from someone who acts like you should know them, asking you to send money or to click a link. What should you do? It's simple. If you work in an organization that has a security department, then report it in line with policy. For everyone else, the advice is delete it. When you hit delete, you put an end to a sophisticated attempt to get your personal information, your money, and maybe more. Here's how the bad guys work. They go phishing every day, sending out billions of emails, hoping that someone will open them. All they need is just one person to click a link that installs malicious software on the computer. The bad guys can then control the user's computer. The malware will send more emails, spreading the infection to other computers around the world. The malware doesn't just stop at sending emails. It also searches the user's computer and network for account numbers, passwords, and more information to send back to the cybercriminals. They use the stolen information to access your accounts and to steal information that is vital to you and your organization. You are not alone in dealing with these threats. In fact, your security department, working with Cyber Risk International, has already built up multiple layers of defenses against malware. This includes patching applications, keeping antivirus software up to date, and monitoring to prevent access to malicious websites. The fact is, they already screen out the majority of suspicious emails headed your way and prevent lots of attacks in your organization. But the bad guys are always developing new tactics, and some will still get through to your inbox. In the end, you are the last and most important layer of defense against phishing attempts. So don't get caught. Just report or delete the suspicious email as appropriate for your organization. It's that simple.
Okay. So we see who want to attack AS. We have the 4 groups. The first is, of course, is hacker. The one want to get the data from AS. Or the insider is a local employee, and some criminal groups, they want to steal, or they want to some sabotage. And the state sponsor, like you will see the China or the Russia, they have a sponsor for some the hacker group, so they can steal the information from another country. Yeah. So why AS is a target for the hacker? So we can see the AS is a Fortune 500 company, and we are the electric power company, so we have the critical infrastructure, so we have many power plants, and we have some maybe the secret technology, and some the other company want to steal. Here we can see some the example of attack in energy sector, but this is not AS. Some another company, the power company. And the trending of the cyber attack, we have number 1 is the supply chain. Number 2 is the asset management. That means the computer or the software is not up to date or not patched. We have the data security. We have the internet thing. That means whenever you go to the internet, you can be attacked. And the email attacker, this is very common case. And from employee attack. We can see the number of the cybersecurity. Here we can see we have one in the 131 email was had malware, and we have the 77.3% of users was successfully phished. That means they click on the phishing email or something. And we can see 75% of the attack come from outsider, but 25% equal to the insider people, and 81% related to the stolen or weak password. And the time to the compromise of one personal computer is only minutes or less than minutes. That's very fast. This is an example. So how hacker target company. So yes, attacker they send an email, and this email contains the malware virus. It's come to the AS person laptop, and the person click on the link or attachment, attack file, then the computer is we call it infected the virus or malware. Then the hacker can use this computer to control the other computer from in the network. And from this one, hacker can take the information, take the control system or critical infrastructure, or take the intellectual property or the non-public data like finance or the data, and it can damage or disruption the equipment, especially the control system. Maybe it can stop the plant when operating. And it used to happen in some plant in Europe. Another way to the attacker to find the information is from social media. They can find from the LinkedIn, Facebook, the Google or Twitter or YouTube. This is an example about phishing email. Here we can see this email address. You can see dutchbank.com. Actually, the true email is not as here. It's not included as here. So when the attacker sending email, the Dutch bank domain is we can call the fake domain. It's not to belong to Dutch bank. And the email, the attack mean here is not contain the malware or virus, so it can bypass to the the filter system. So when the AS person get the email, when they open the attack file, it has some payment, and you can see here the hacker can change the payment information. That means they can change the name of the account number. This is the wrong account number. They can change this one, Bank of America. It's not S, and this can cost the AS people transfer the money to the other company. And I think it's used to happen in AS. And recently we have one cyber, the Stockholm. It's hosted by the AS senior leadership about this problem. In the end of April, we will have this year we will have a new tool to prevent phishing email. So every external email coming to AS system will be marked with the first the email from unrecognized email domain. That means this one is this sender, this email domain is not familiar with the AES system. And this one, that means the external sender, the email domain is familiar with AES system. That means the AES email system know it. And this one, we need to pay attention. That means email domain is not sitting on the internet. You cannot find anywhere. And we have some method to prevent the phishing email. especially with the SCM department, we have a new approval procedure for some payment when the vendor change the information about the bank account, about the address or the name, and we have some packet training for some critical group, and we have the multi-factor authentication. This one is like when we have the Outlook account, when we setting up the Outlook account as a first time, it has the second authorized. You can use your number, your mobile phone to authenticate your account, additional with your password. We call this two-layer authentication or multi-factor authentication. Anyway, so not on phishing threats via email. We have the phishing way we call the smishing. Smishing that we use a phone call to attack. Here we have an example. In MCAC, in AS office, received a call from Andreas Luki, but this one is fake. They said that he said he want to speak with the financial officer about the payment, and the person, unfortunately, the person who answered the call knew that the speaker wasn't Andreas Bruski, and you know that Mr. Bruski when in the meeting, and actually he speaks Spanish, and the person is hang up the phone, and after that they checking the number from Israel. So we have one. I think we have one trick. We have to be careful when we receive the unexpected call from outside. So anytime we can put the call on hold and check the caller is legitimate. So if you know the person in your company, it's okay. But the outside company or outside, I mean the other AS business, you should to check. Maybe it's not the right person. We have somehow to defend